Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Mother Puja and Somen Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Who would like to sing? I want someone to sing Jai Radha Madhav. Anyone? Hare Krishna, Mother Gaurangi, would you like to sing Jai Radha Madhava?
Oh my goodness.
Go for it. That's how you get empowerment.
Okay. Let me see.
We can try. That's all we can do. We can try.
Are you going to? I don't know. I don't trust myself.
No, you sing by yourself. We are not going to respond.
No. I'm just saying. Let me see if I remember the words.
It's very simple.
I hope I remember. I think I remember, but
okay,
you know.
Go for it.
Okay. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya. Oh, okay. Are you?
No, we are not responding. You go ahead.
Okay. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
You're on mute, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Very good. Thank you. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki Jai. Guru Parampara ki Jai. Brahma Madhya Gauriya Sampradaya ki Jai. Shri Balaram Bhagavan ki jai, Shabak Bhagavan ki jai, Shaiva Bhagavan ki jai, Samaveta Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai, Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. So, dear devotee, thank you for joining. It's a wonderful beginning today of this festival. I would say Jatra for next couple of weeks. No, actually 3 weeks, because Srimati Radharani is in September beginning. So it's a good time to go a little extra mile. Whatever you are busy, the lifestyle in this world is busy. But you have to go a little extra mile. That's where it counts. Because of the time frame, I'm going to give some reference. And I want you to make notes if you need. If you have a question, doubts, those reference will help you a lot. For an example, I stayed in somebody's house, so I sent those children a question. And it's very nice, they think. So question, I just randomly created some question like, why Balaram support Duryodhana, who is opposed to Krishna? Now, you have a doubt on Balaram, or Balaram is Krishna, or he is assisting Krishna. So you have to think, who is stronger, Krishna or Balaram? Is Supreme Absolute Truth by himself, for himself, of himself, completely complete? If he says so, then why he needs a big brother for, and a girlfriend, and goes on the list. Now, these are just not a genuine question, but these are just to intrigue your thought, because we are in this world. We see people as a girlfriend, people has a big brother. So is it real relevant to Krishna's concept? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe you are pure devotee, so you don't think like this. You have a pure devotion to Balaram and Krishna, nothing disturbed. But we grow up in a culture, they don't even accept God has a beautiful form. What to talk about? God has a form, and then he has a mother, father, brother, girlfriend. I mean, sounds like another person in New York. No, he is absolute truth. So we are going to begin with this. If you like a sloka to focus next few days, there are few sloka that I found Srila Prabhupada and our Guru Parampara focuses on Balarams. And next week I'll give you for Krishna. Oh, sorry, before we begin, I would like everybody to fold your hand and pray for me and bless me so I can say something that will be aligned with the Guru Parampara, and it will affect and impact our consciousness and progress further. So with that note, we'll try to invoke Mangala Acharan together. Om Ajnanati Mirandhassa Genanjana Salakaya Chakshurun Militam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurube Namah Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadatisha Padantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Jutapada Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavangscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanitam Tam Sajivam Sadaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakha Nitangscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunnavadi Paschata Deshatarine Pancha Kalpatarubhesya Kripa Sindhu Vacha Patitanam Pavanibho Vaishnavibho Namo 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 Mahabhadanaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratishe Namo He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhana Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Pri Ai Tulasi Devi Priyai Keshavasya Krishna Bhakti Pade Devi Sattva-bhakti Namo Namo Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Binda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Little funny question. Prahladananda Prabhu is there. So Prahladananda Prabhu, just imagine you are the emperor, king. You are king of the world or emperor of the world. You have a little scratchy feeling on your toes. How do you remove your scratchy feeling?
I am driving on the interstate.
No, that's not the answer.
I'm so sorry. I'm stuck.
Okay.
Traffic.
Thank you. Somen
I'll join
Prabhu.
you when I reach home.
Okay. Somen Prabhu, you are the emperor of the world. Just imagine for a moment at least.
Yeah.
You want to scratch you have some itchy feeling on your toes. How do you do it?
I will find somebody who can serve me.
Hey, you are intelligent man. Intelligent man. That's why I see you are a scientist. See, if you say, well, I'll just put my hand to scratch it, that's not an emperor. Emperor means you are enjoyer. When we think of God, you have to think of godly. God would not just scratch his, you will do it. You are a human being. You are a little soul, conditioned soul. When you think of emperor, he will order minister or somebody scratch my feet. That is emperor. Everybody understand the concept?
Yes.
Krishna is emperor of the whole creation. When he wants to serve himself, he can do it. So he expend himself. Another person, okay, you do it. That is Balaram. Try to think like this. It will help you to grasp why Krishna needs a brother or Balaram is there. Now, many angles will talk. Just I'm beginning with this. And I didn't know that Somen Prabhu would really give such a perfect answer. Because I did ask to one young Gurukuli boy. He said, I'll just scratch. I say, you are not a boss. That's why. If you are emperor, you will not talk like this. When you are emperor, you will say, I will order someone to scratch my toes. Because that's what emperor is. When we think of Krishna, you have to think like that. He is the origin, supreme controller. What is the highest form of control? It's unbelievable. Through love. Through love, you can control more than any other means. And he is a genius. So now I would ask someone if you have access, because I'll give you some few angle and then we'll go to details. What is the highest happiness? As a human being, as a God, as a supreme God, what do you think? What is the highest happiness? Someone please have a access of Chaitanya Charitamrita, chapter 6, Adilila, text 111. And while you are looking at that book, somebody reference, please give me back the answer. Give me the answer. Otherwise, I'll just call you out. What is the highest happiness as a God? Don't answer me, well, I'm not God, so I don't know. Well, I know that. I know that you're not God. But just imagine if you are a God and supreme God, what is the highest happiness? Generally, nobody will think like this.
I mean,
Yes,
I can.
yes, mother.
I don't know for God, but my conception of the highest happiness is to be loved by someone whom you also dearly love.
That's good. But there is a higher than that. You are almost hitting it. You are right. Okay, who is Antonio? I don't know you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. That's
Hare Krishna. Oh, you are from Georgia, Savannah?
yes, sir.
Okay, Mother Anastasia mentioned. Thank you for joining. What do you
Thank you
think
so
the
much.
highest happiness as God?
Being part of the Leela, being part of the play, the ability to create, the ability to form and manifest things into life. While God could want to be a part of that,
That's true. That's true. Something you can add little more, I'll tell you. But you are good. You are good. Yes, that is also form of a highest happiness. But there is a higher, little higher. Mother Puja.
Hare Krishna, Dhanavad Pranam. Prabhu, I know what I'm about to share is because I heard this in one of your previous lectures. So shall I share?
Ah, blow it. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So the highest happiness for God is becoming God's I'm not sure I remember this right, but I think
Subordinate.
becoming God's servant, becoming a
Yes.
devotee of God, because the ultimate sweetness is with Krishna, ultimate love is with Radha Rani. So the object of sweetness is Krishna. That's the highest happiness.
So now somebody, if they ask you, don't say Pran Govinda Das said. You give a reference from the book. I am just a little insignificant soul, worse than you. So don't give my reference, but I'm giving you reference. Anybody had a access of Chaitanya Charitamrita Adilila 6.111?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, what it says? Can you read that? It's a beautiful verse. I memorized that many verses. You know, it's like a candy, you can chew it.
Yes.
Okay.
It's Avatara Ganera Bhakta Bhave Adhikara Bhakta Bhava Haite Adhika Shukha Nahi Ara. All the incarnations are entitled to the emotions of devotees. There is no higher bliss than this.
Very good. See, generally nobody will think like this, isn't it? They will think like, wow, if I am a God, like I control everything. I will love whoever I like. I will go out with whoever. This is a material conception. It's not a really highest conception of happiness. Highest conception of happiness, how you draw the love and affection from others as a servant. That is very high. There is no higher than that. And it's interesting how Mahaprabhu explained that every God has a legitimate right. He didn't say that translation, but I'm just making it what I understand in my way. It is their rightful ownership to claim or to proclaim, I'm your servant. Even Krishna comes as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I am your servant. And Mahaprabhu's famous quote, Naham vipra na cha narapati na vivasya na sudra, Naham varni na cha grihapati na vanasto jyotirva. My Lord, I'm not Brahmana, I'm not a man, woman, I'm just your servant of the servant of Krishna, who takes care, maintains the gopis. This is a new concept, but we have to start thinking that way. Then you will see the highest conception of highest happiness is actually in the servitorship. Now, where is Balaram fits into that? If you have that chapter open, look at 88 verse. That Mahaprabhu proclaim who is Balaram and what kind of happiness he draws. You have access, someone? Balaram, Bhakta Abhiman Mool.
Shall I read it, Prabhu?
Yes, go ahead.
Bhakta Abhimana Mula Shri Balarame Se Bhave Anugata Tandra Amshagane. The source of the sentiment of servitude is indeed Lord Balaram. The plenary expansions who follow him are all influenced by that ecstasy.
Very good. If you ever wonder why God has unlimited form, because of that, to taste that servitorship, to serve Krishna. Radharani is the form of highest happiness. Why? Because she is the number one servant. One side Balaram, one side Radha. And Krishna, he cannot be directly servant, so he's always trying to appear, manifest himself. Forever he will go on to take the mood of someone. He takes the mood of Radharani, he takes the mood of Balaram. Lord Chaitanya was wild to think. He's saying that, bring me Baroni, bring me Baroni. He's acting like a Balaram. And you wonder, like, why they have to act like that? Because there is a highest happiness. This is some thought that it should pound in your consciousness for next few days. And then as we go, we will understand. So first, now, today I got little bit corrected by one devotee, senior disciple of Prabhupada, very nice. I was asking him, because I managed the morning program in the temple, so I asked him, what do you think we should sing this tomorrow morning? And he was so kind. He said, it does not really give pure bhakti definition. It's all Balaram will do this, Balaram will do this, he will protect you, he'll do. It sounds good. Balaram will protect your body, he will protect your mind. But actually, I like the way he said it. I really embrace that. I like when people correct me because I want to have that. He said, we want pure love for Krishna. Only we should pray to Balaram for that, not for all these things. I said, good. I like that. Forget that. We are not going to recite this song. We're going to recite some other song, Brahma Sangita, that we're looking for pure bhakti. Now, some of you may think, well, I get my mind disturbed. It says Balaram will pacify my mind. But what you will do if your mind is pacified? That's not clear. If you say, well, I will serve Krishna, Radha Krishna, okay, then it's okay. You can pray. But if you only take advantage, well, I will be healthy, my mind will not be disturbed, my enemy will be killed. That's what the translation of that word. Okay, those are good, but that does not satisfy your ultimate needs. Everybody, I hope you understand. You rather want to go through little struggle in life to come to the pure level and never have to suffer ever eternally. Yes, it's not easy, but it is possible. Prabhupada said in one life you can do it. So why not we do it in this life? Why wait for next life? That's my humble request, because I'm also convincing myself. Okay, with that note, Balaram, first, some meditation. Why meditation? Because meditation will burn out your unnecessary things in bhakti. If you want something you don't want, you want that to be removed, bad karma, whatever, even good karma sometimes. Generally, people don't think good karma is a bad thing. They think good karma is a good karma. No. Say you are about to die and you did something helping to some old ladies ashram in some tirtha place. I saw people does that. Now, next life you have to come back as a beggar and you'll get a lot of money from rich people. Is that a good wish? Well, look, the beggar is getting so much money. Beggar doesn't have to suffer. Yes, but is that a really you want to do it next life? So I mean, if anybody don't disagree, please help me. You can raise your hand and talk to me. I don't think that's a good idea. So we don't want any good or bad of this world. We want everything perfect in transcendental world, where once you enter, you are there eternally. So with that note, I'm going to talk a little bit about Balaram's appearance there, because it is a little, not a controversial, how do you say? It is, you need to know. Otherwise, you may get confused, may not get confused. I don't know. It depends. If you are well-known talker, then maybe they will challenge you. So I'm just going to give you something. Now, before I began, I wanted to just tell you something. Is Balaram stronger or Krishna is stronger? You know, stronger means you cannot say both. You have to say stronger means is a not a comparative, you can say, not superlative, comparative. So you have to say one. Would somebody like to answer? Is Balaram stronger or Krishna is stronger?
Krishna is stronger.
Krishna is stronger. Are you sure?
Yes, because Balaram is an expansion of Krishna. So Krishna is strong.
That's not a, I mean, that's a good logic, but it's not strong enough. It's not a strong enough logic to support that. Because when Prabhupada was there, I can post this in the WhatsApp group later. Prabhupada was asked a question by the disciple. Can Krishna create something so heavy that he won't be able to lift up? Prabhupada said, why not? You cannot ever challenge Krishna that he can or cannot. That's what Krishna is. He will. There's nothing can stop. So Prabhupada said, yes. Then the disciple said, Prabhupada, then Krishna will not be able to lift up. How about that? Prabhupada said, no, he will tell Balaram, you lift it up. So Balaram is stronger in that sense because Krishna make him stronger. Everybody follow? It's an understanding very clear should be there. Balaram is stronger because Krishna made him stronger than him. But ultimately, Balaram is not stronger because he leans on Krishna's body, because he carries all the universes in his body. And Krishna has to give him shelter. So you can go back and forth. Who is stronger? Both. And you can juggle with it. It's a good meditation. So I'm going to give you a little meditation on Balaram's appearance day. I'm sure you will be hearing next week how when Balaram Radha Prabhu, some sound is coming. Okay. Balaram will appear in your heart after 6 unwanted things disappear from your heart. Now, if you say, well, I don't want Balaram, I want Krishna, you will never have Krishna unless you have a mercy of Balaram. I hope this makes it very clear. I want somebody to give me feedback at the end that without mercy of Balaram, you will never have mercy of Krishna. And that mercy of Balaram manifests through Guru. All gurus in the world are based on Balaram. Without 6 unwanted things removed, Balaram mercy, Guru's mercy will never manifest into firm fix. So I'm going to give you a very clear idea. Mother Devaki's 6 children were representing 6 unwanted things. As a mother, I don't think you will grasp it that easy. I'm not a mother even, so I won't have a clue. But as a mother, you'll have some idea. Can you imagine your brother will come and kill your child one by one up to 6, and you will voluntarily allow it? Now, why I'm talking such a strange way? Because that's how those last greed, anger, madness, illusion in our consciousness invading. They are not difficult to give up, but you know why it is difficult? Because we love them, just like we love our children. Yesterday I do counseling a lot. Yesterday I spent, I will not say the name because I love both of them, between a temple president and a senior devotee, Mataji. 2 hours arguing who is right, who is wrong. And of course, at the end, it's some or other we resolve in some aspect. I don't think any one of them here, no. But it's okay. But so my point is, you may think like, who cares for anger or pride? They are big deal. Even as a devotee, both of them are like 35, 40 years in the movement, but they don't want to just say sorry, forget it, forgive me. No, it was not easy. 2 hours yesterday, because I know how it is. So I can see this last greed, anger, madness, illusion. It's easy to say it is bad, but difficult to give up. So Mother,
Margarita लेना पिज़्ज़ा या चीज़ वाला लेना? You didn't order it yet? No. जल्दी बोलो.
okay. Mother Devaki's 6 children represent this. Now, what I'm suggesting you do these 3 things. You can get out of this. Still, those things will go slowly from your heart. It's not going to go easily. But if you hold on to these 3 things in your consciousness all the time, in spiritual practice, in this life, you will let go unwanted things, all 6 unwanted things. First thing, be fearful of Maya. Second, engage in practical devotional service, not impractical, practical, something you like to do, something it is easy for you to do that pleases Guru Krishna. Third, have a good association of devotee. If you do these 3 things that Mother Devaki did, she had an everyday association with her husband, talk about God and Krishna, and she was afraid of Kamsa. Kamsa represents fear of Maya. And she was engaged in devotional service. And she eventually graduated. What is the graduation? When you got rid of 6 unwanted, the mercy of pure goodness, Balaram will appear in your heart. Heart means center of consciousness. I hope you remember. I hammered this many times. How do you know? that you have a connection now with Balaram directly, you will feel some sort of attraction to hear about Krishna, to go back home. You feel like you want to serve. When you have this feeling, Srila Prabhupada told to Tamal Krishna Maharaj, you are connected with Suddha Sattva. That is Balaram, mercy. Now, what is the excitement about Balaram mercy? Krishna will appear in your heart. When Krishna appears in your heart, your judgment, God, non-reciprocated vision will change into reciprocal. In other words, Paramatma will merge into Krishna when Krishna appears. Paramatma will disappear. You will start reciprocating with Krishna. You will see that your life cannot live without him. So whether you are in spiritual world or material world doesn't matter. You are already in the spiritual abode while you are in this material body. It's so exciting. If you want to deal more details, you can read Dhenukasura, killed by Balaram, represent lust. You can read Dvida Gorilla. I cannot tell all these stories because it will take 1 hour each stories. These are the enemies, how you can get rid of it. Read those today, tomorrow, or in next few days. Dhenukasura represent lust. Dvida Gorilla represent anger. Balabal represent greeds. Jarasandha represent illusion. And the most important one, after you misuse your free will originally, what was the first thing you looked, if you remember? 3 things you are looking. Your own prestige, your own adoration, and your own distinction. You know distinction? I am who I am. My opinion is important to me. My thinking is important to me. This is very powerful. And all these 3 represented by Pralambasura, whom Balaram killed. So read that Pralambasura pastime. I can do only 1. I cannot do all 8, 9, because that will take 8, 9 hours. I mean, I don't mind of spending, maybe not, because I have to go to Mangalarti too. So these are a short way to look at. Now I'm going to talk about Balaram's appearance day, appearance Leela, short. Tomorrow is Balaram's appearance day. Prepare something, 3 things you do, then you will completely merge into celebrating Balaram's appearance day. Have a good association tomorrow. Have a good association. And do some practical service. Wherever you are, in your house or in your temple, wherever you are, you can do some practical service that will please Balaram. And that is required. Some sound is coming. Krishna. Okay, if everyone can keep mute, it will be good. Thank you. So tomorrow is end of Jhulan Jatra, which started on Monday here in America, 5 days. End of now on Balaram Janma Leela, I'll give you 5 key points. One is he's 8 days older, not 1 year. And I'll give you an explanation, because there is another group of devotee, not ISKCON, outside. They think Balaram is 1 year older. we don't accept that because we follow our acharyas. And also, Jiva Goswami Pad recorded that Brajavasis were sad on Julan Jatra 5th day. Then Balaram appeared, the news came and they became happy. So that is another proof that he appeared on Julan Purnima, end of Julan Purnima. And another evidence also from Bhagavatam that Balaram's appeared where birthday was celebrated. If you remember Agashura Lila and Brahma Vimohan Lila, maybe some of you remember. On those 2 days, on that Lila, do you notice that Balaram was not there? Because that was his birthday party. And Krishna went to kill Agashura without Balaram. And it took 1 year. Balaram did not even know. Krishna expanded to all the boys. Now another evidence also, Kaliya's, the day Krishna killed Kaliya, guess who didn't go first? Balaram. He went after with the Brajavasis. When the news came, the Kaliya grabbed Krishna and they're having wrestling. Kaliya trying to kill, so they ran there. Now, in Puranas, we have a full moon day. After this class, you can look at outside in the sky, see if you see the moon. Or when you wake up in the morning, immediately fold your hand to Balaram. That's full moon, actually Balaram represent. In Mathura, especially in many people believe that Balaram Prabhu is 1 year older than Krishna. Therefore, they do not celebrate his appearance day today, tomorrow. Rather, they observe it on the day called Baladev Sat. Sat means 6 days after full moon. These people think Baladev was actually born 1 year and 2 days before Krishna. This is not possible. How? See how our Acharya is so genius. They give a logic. Of course, some pastime may be different according to the different days of Brahma, because every day of Brahma, Balaram also comes. So don't mix. Like, one pastime you'll see, the Acharyas are asking question. Is Krishna so beautiful because his mother is beautiful? Look at, and they see Mother Josoda is so beautiful. Well, she's so, unparalleled beauty. Her son obviously will become beautiful. That's why Krishna is beautiful. The other sages say, no, Krishna is beautiful. That's why his mother is beautiful. Now, we can fight, but we don't have to fight. Just accept it both. Our Acharya accept that. Yes, Krishna is the ultimate beauty, but to perform Leela from his own internal potency, first expansion of Vatsalya Rasa is Mother Josoda, the most beautiful lady, mother in the whole creation. And her son obviously beautiful. So both are accepted. We are not fighting. I like the reconcile of the Acharyas. It's beautiful. Jiva Goswami Pad, described in Gopal Champu, which I'm going to do seminar for 2 months in next month. He rhetorically asks, how is possible that Balaram could be 1 year older than Krishna? And he gives a good logic. You know why? There's something called Ringan Lila. If you understand Sanskrit or Hindi, I don't know in Hindi they say that. In Bengali, I don't think so. But anyway, in Sanskrit called Ringan Lila. Ringan Lila means crawling. The babies are crawling. Crawling means they are not standing. They didn't learn yet how to stand up. So Krishna and Balaram both had a Ringan Lila. Both are crawling. How can be Balaram 1 year old, older than Krishna, if both are crawling? See what a logic they give. So therefore, that idea that Balaram is 1 year old is not acceptable. That may be another day of Brahma happen. But this day of Brahma, we don't accept. So Jiva Goswami Pad, we love Jiva Goswami Pad because Prabhupada said nobody is genius doubt in future there will be another genius higher than Jiva Goswami. And he reconciled all these things. Now, how long Balaram was in the womb of his mother? So I'm going to talk few minutes. These are like a little research I did. It's such a fascinating. Nalinikanta Prabhu, a Prabhupada's disciple, lives in Alachua. He's an astrologer. Maybe some of you know, famous astrologer. He wrote a book, Tom Humke. Astrology, in astrology world, he is very popular. And yeah, he told me this story twice, that in a morning walk, he asked the question to Prabhupada, how is that Rohini in Vrindavan, Mother Rohini, she lives in Vrindavan, but Vasudev Maharaj never went to Vrindavan, he was in Mathura. But how come Mother Rohini was pregnant? So Prabhupada stopped. He said, that's not a good thinking. What are you thinking? Prabhupada could catch. He's thinking like by sex you produce God. No, that's not a good view that husband and wife has to meet. Just like Vyasdev. Vyasdev appeared from the glands of Parashar, made Mother Satyavati pregnant in the island. And within a moment, she gave the birth. The whole pregnancy went within a moment. These are mystical. So Prabhupada says, yes, there was a guest room in the jail of Kamsa and they met. Now, Prabhupada, just to pacify him, he said very nice, but this is not a good thinking, he said. So that means Mother Rohini already was pregnant with original Balaram. Not in Mathura, in Vrindavan. Now, Jiva Goswami Pad gives a little more details that Rohini Nandan Ram, his name is Rohini Nandan Ram, so always present in Vrindavan. Balaram never leaves Vrindavan like Krishna. So Balaram also does not leave. He was actually present in Vrindavan, in the womb of his mother Rohini for 14 months. We hear in Srimad Bhagavatam that first 6 children of Devaki were killed by Kamsa. Then the 7th child, what happened? What did Kamsa do with the 7th child? When Devaki got pregnant, did he kill? Somebody help me. Did he kill the 7th child? Are you familiar? Okay, no answer means...
No, he did not kill.
He did not kill.
Yeah.
Now, actually, Kamsa did kill. How he killed, I'll tell you the story. He was depressed when Devaki was pregnant with the 7th child. He said, I'm getting tired of killing the children one by one. Then his demoniac associate minister would say, you already did 6. It's only 2 more. Then you are conquer your death. Now, if your death is coming, would you not try to beat the death? Yes, you would. That is the sign of intelligence. Kamsa had intelligence. Prabhupada put in a purport. Very interesting. Prabhupada said, that is natural. Oh, that child will kill me. I'm going to kill that child before he kills me. That's natural. If death comes, we fight. We take medicine. We go to doctor. We go to hospital. Come on, Prabhus and mothers. It's a fact. Kamsa was not a really, he is a demon, but he was not doing everything wrong. He was trying to conquer the death. But mistake he did, he misidentified that baby. So what happened? Everybody tried to pacify. Finally, Putana comes. Putana is a demon not conquered by Kamsa. Kamsa conquered all the demon to subdue under him. But Putana came as a sister. Kamsa said, I don't want to fight. I already defeated your both brother, Agasura, Bakasura. But you are their sister, so I'll accept you as a sister. So that's how they became brother, sister. Now, Putana is not a demon. Putana is the Rakshasa. I hope you know the difference between Rakshasa and demon. Demon believe there is a God, but they don't want to accept the authority of God. They want to replace themselves in place of God. They are not completely atheists. There is no God. They accept there is a God, but I'm going to take over. Anybody can become God. That's their whole idea. Putana is a Rakshas. They are not competing with God. They're just man-eater. They just eat human being. Don't be surprised. In ISKCON, we have a man-eater devotee also. I'm sorry, that's not how you say it. The head pujari of one temple in Africa, I will not say the specific name because I love him too. And I met him. So Prithu Prabhu, Prabhupada's disciple, I'm sure some of you know Prithu Prabhu. He is a senior disciple of Prabhupada. He is big bari, Germany bari. He told me this story that he gave class. He said, Rakshasa, they're man-eaters, but they can also become devotee. So then the head pujari, he said, Prabhu, can I speak to you? He's a native African devotee. He still had pujari, I found out. He's a very nice devotee. He said, before I joined to Hare Krishna, in my culture, when my grandfather was 80, we put a hook on his back and we made a circle until he's dead. And then we cut his body into pieces and all the relatives, friends, this is our big festival in our culture until I became a Hare Krishna. He said, so Prithu Prabhu was a little making joke. He said, was it tasty? He said, oh, I can't think right now, but those days, yes, it was. And everybody is supposed to be happy eating the flesh of your grandfather. In African culture, still there in the some remote area like Namibia, Sierra Leone, they still do, he told. So he said, I did that. I ate my grandfather's flesh, body. He said, yeah, then you were a Rakshasa before you came. Now you are a Brahmana. You are Vaishnava, higher than Brahmana. And he's really a wonderful devotee. He's so wonderful. He does perfectly dress the Radha Krishna deity and he does preaching. It's unbelievable, Prabhupada's mercy, how even Rakshasa becoming. Of course, I don't know if Putana reborn here. No, Putana already became mother in Golok Vrindavan. But, so Putana told Kamsa, I know a most mystical power I have. The world does not know yet. Now, I say it, maybe she was the first formulated, implemented the miscarriage called abortion. He told this to Kamsa, I can kill the baby in the womb and take the baby out. Nobody will even have any feeling. They don't know. The baby is dead. Kamsa said, you can do it. So she did a big fire sacrifice and her power and made Devaki miscarriaged. Now that's Kamsa's view. 7th child he didn't have to kill. It's already killed in the womb. But that's not true from Vaishnava view. Why? Because Krishna told the Yogamaya, the 7th child is Balaram. Guru appears when 6 unwanted things disappear. Then you take that child from her womb to Rohini's womb in Vrindavan. And that time he was 7 months old. Plus 7 months pregnancy in the other womb. So total stayed 14 months in mother Rohini's womb. That's why Balaram is little chubby and stronger than Krishna. Well, that's just a Acharya's Rasha explanation. Not because he stays longer in the womb, it makes him stronger. But why not? That's how they say, out of affection for Balaram. Okay, so original form of Balaram is eternally in Vrindavan. But when Balaram goes to Dwarka or Mathura, he's not Balaram. Even though they call him Balaram, he's known as Mula Sankarshan. If you remember, then you can reconcile all this tattva. Then he further expand to Mahaboikunta, like Ayodhya. He comes as a Lakshman. There, he is known as Mahashankarshan. So first Balaram, then Mula Shankarshan, then Mahashankarshan. Then he further expand to Vaikuntha as Shankarshan. And from Shankarshan, we all living entity appeared. Our shelter is Balaram. There is a famous verse in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Now, wow, I only finished one little things. I could not even talk. Okay, I will jump onto the, unless anybody has any question, we can always discuss, but I'll jump to Balaram's relationship with Krishna in a very sweet ending. And then if we have time, we can discuss a little more. Because this is some doubt somebody told me, and he said, I want to hear the record when you talked about it. Says Balaram and Krishna are same or difference? Well, it's same and difference, both. How about that answer? Now, how is same and difference? Let's talk about it. In Balaram Leela, you will see some contradictory pastimes sometime. How are you going to reconcile? I'm going to tell you something. You know, it's very funny. Somebody sent me a text. What is the difference between Balaram and Nityananda Prabhu? Well, I don't know if he's hearing. No, he's not here. Okay, I'll answer later. But for you all, if you add ultimate compassion with Balaram, that is Nityananda Prabhu. In a shorter answer, according to Prabhupada. You will see the difference between, apparent difference. We can bring one example for between Balaram and Krishna. One example, say in relation to Arjuna. Arjuna disguised himself as a sannyasi and wanted to marry Krishna's, Balaram's sister, Subhadra. All the Dwarkavashi heard the news of the advanced sannyasi. They had no idea that this is a Arjuna. Now, Prabhus and mothers, we never support that somebody should take a sannyas to marry. That is a horrible thing. But here it is a joyful thing. Why? Because if you see how Krishna, everything in Krishna actually exists harmoniously and joyfully. So all the Dwarkavashi heard the news that very advanced sannyasi came during this Chaturmas time. So they offered the sannyasi to come to eat in their house, and Balaram, Krishna eating, but Balaram had no idea who that sannyasi is. But Krishna knows that this is Arjuna. During the kidnapping, I won't go the whole detailed story, I'll just give you like main essence. During the kidnapping of Subhadra, Subhadra got on a chariot and Arjuna caught her hand. She pulled him onto the chariot. I hope you're paying attention. She pulled Arjuna into the chariot. She then drove as Arjuna fought with the opposing soldier. Hearing this news that this sannyasi taking away his sister, Balaram immediately called the army and he himself took the club to kill the sannyasi. Then he found out that was not a sannyasi, that was a Arjuna. But Balaram still angry. How could he do this to our sister? He took the club and plow and ready to kill Arjuna with his battalion. He doesn't need anybody. He's ready to run there. Now, when you are angry with someone and your best friend started laughing, you cannot retain your angerness. I don't know if anybody ever experienced that. And imagine you are angry with the person and that person's spouse or person's sister or brother started cracking up laughing. You'll think like, what is this? I'm angry for some reason, but nobody supports. So Krishna started cracking up. Krishna laughing and laughing. And Balaram said, why are you laughing? This Arjuna disguised in a sannyasi form kidnapped our sister and you laughing. Krishna says, where are you going? Balaram answered, to kill Arjuna. He has abducted our sister Subhadra. Krishna replied, I did the same thing. I kidnapped Rukmini. Aniruddha kidnapped Usha. And Sambha kidnapped Lakshmana. There is nothing wrong in that kidnapping as a Kshatriya. Balaram is looking at Krishna's face. Is this the time for a philosophy when emergency that your sister be kidnapped? Balaram is thinking, why is putting all this in philosophy? Then Krishna says, besides, why do you say Arjuna kidnapped Subhadra? Look at the scenery. Then Balaram looked at it. He was surprised. The Subhadra herself pulled Arjuna on the chariot and she herself drove the chariot. So who is kidnapping who? Now, moreover, then Krishna told Balaram, if you kill Arjuna, your sister, our sister, will become a widow. Then Balaram all of a sudden depressed. Oh no, that's sad. So Balaram finally asked Krishna, why didn't you tell me that before? Why did Balaram not know earlier that sannyasi was Arjuna? You may think like this. The cause was Yogamaya. Yogamaya is only a manifestation of Radhika. Now, who is Yogamaya? Is Subhadra herself too. You think the soap opera only in this world? In the spiritual world, there is a transcendental soap opera, but it's tasty. Material soap opera, it disappoints. So then, it's interesting, Prabhupada said on that related, I remember when I read, Prabhupada says, Sri Krishna, for the sake of his dear friend, fell at the feet of Lord Baladev and implored him not to be so angry with Arjuna. Krishna loves this. Krishna loves to act on his behalf of his friend, to save his friend. He enjoys this, that I'm saving my friend. From who? Who is the master? Krishna is the controller, but Balaram is also. So Balaram actually served Krishna to release those. Now I'm going to give you some synopsis what I thought about Acharya's commentary. It is because Krishna enjoys Rasa in different ways with different people. Just like Krishna is God, but Mother Yashoda sometimes chastises Krishna, isn't it? She ties Krishna, threatens Krishna. I'll punish you. And Krishna gets trembling. Why does she do that? Because that's the way Krishna rejoices in maternal Vatsulya Rasa with her. It is not that Krishna suffers. Never. There is no such thing. Krishna's body made of bliss. Everything he does, it increases the bliss. Although Balaram, now, Balaram in one level, non-different from Krishna. Please, mothers and Prabhus, remember, he is also his own person. Don't make it, oh, they're both same. Yes, in Tattvagata, but Lilagata, they are never same. Eternally, they are different. When Krishna wants to do something and Balaramji opposes, then there is an adventurousness, excitement in resourcefulness of for Krishna in making that happen. I hope you're understanding where I'm going with. So for example, when Arjuna and Subhadra, on that logic, they wanted to marry each other. Krishna supported their marriage. Balaram opposed that marriage. Shri Hari Radha Dasi, can you mute if you don't mind? Okay. So, Rasa, transcendental mellow, is a very deep concept. Rasa doesn't mean emotion only. It doesn't mean some flavor. It refers to sweetness that comes from relationship. Relationships are of various kinds. So even in having somebody oppose, there are two people. Those two people just constantly agreeing. I'm sure some of you are married. Mostly you are married. Now your husband, wife, all the time you agree. Well, don't take it personally, but it will be a little boring, isn't it? Like, try to understand from that angle. Now, if both of you always disagree, husband and wife, oh, that will be nightmare. If both agree all the time, it will be little boring life. If it is completely opposite, always fighting, it will be really challenging, too much. It's not favorable. But if there is sometimes challenge between the spouse and other spouse actually reconcile and show the other person the ultimate benefit of this, and then their union become very attractive. Their living relationship become exciting. Can you see that? So think like this, how Balaram and Krishna relate in their life. So even having somebody oppose, there are, as I mentioned, two people, opposite people. Similarly, Balaramji reciprocates. Balaramji reciprocates how? With Krishna in a particular way in which the two are very close to each other. They're almost one and different, but they have significant differences. And at such time, Krishna takes a particular position and Balaram takes opposite position, just so that Krishna can have the rasa of negotiation. You know, negotiating? You negotiate and innovating and finding a way out. Just like he arranged for one sense, you can say a candlestick meeting between Arjuna and Subhadra. He asked Arjuna, Krishna asked Arjuna to impersonate as a mendicant. Arjuna did not come as a sannyasi on his own. It was Krishna's idea. Then he will have to take into the house. Then Duryodhan was the proposed groom, which Balaram had in mind. Then when Arjuna went away with Subhadra, Balaram was furious. He said, how dare Arjuna has abducted our sister? Then Krishna told him that it was not really an abduction. He did not abduct her. She wanted that. Look at, she is the one who is pulling Arjuna in the chariot and she is riding the horses. So Krishna asked Balaram, do you really want your sister to marry someone whom she doesn't want to marry? I asked Subhadra secretly. Krishna told Balaram, I said, you want to marry Duryodhan? And she's expressed was morose. she does not want to marry Duryodhana. Before the whole thing happened, Krishna asked Subhadra. So Krishna expertly arranged for the marriage. With respect to Duryodhana, on that particular case, Balaramji favored him so that Krishna would enjoy the rasa. I hope you're getting this point. Of somebody opposing him. Who is going to oppose Krishna? Only Balaram can do. And Krishna expertly countered that opposition. And eventually Krishna explained his position and Balaramji accepted it. Same way, with respect to Duryodhana, he went to Balaramji. He asked for guidance and training. I am sure some of you probably thinking, why did Balaram goes and make Duryodhana as his disciple? And he lost the battle in Kurukshetra. I'm sure somebody probably already thinking like this. So I'll give you a few more tips on this. The opposition also becomes a rasa, transcendental mellow of love. So Balaramji served Krishna on certain occasion by acting in opposite ways so as to spice their relationship. That's why Balaram is in favor of Duryodhana in certain occasion. Did Balaram not have positive feeling towards Duryodhana himself directly? Yes. Balaram was not pretending. I hope you don't think like this. Balaram was not pretending. Definitely he loved Duryodhana and made him disciple to learn this club art. See, it's not that when lords associate, they are having some higher purpose. Doesn't mean there is no immediate contextual purpose also. There are multiple levels at which things are happening. It is not that Duryodhana was simply a tool for Balaram to have some rasa with Krishna. I hope none of you think like that. In one sense, that is true. But yes, when we say Balaramji like Duryodhana, now Duryodhana, when we talk about there is a difference between qualities and skill. Qualities are more within the core of a person. Skills are external. So Duryodhana had a skill of fighting, had the eagerness to learn more. So that eagerness pleased Balaramji. And that's why Balaram taught him more. So virtues don't refer to skill. Somebody is very expert at calculations in maths. Is that a virtue? No. It's math skill which is there. It's useful, no doubt. Somebody is very accurate in hitting target. So is that a virtue? No, it's a skill. So he definitely had a skill because he was a good student. Balaram became pleased with him, imparted the lesson fully to him. So he had the skill of mace fighting and had the diligence and eagerness to learn more, that endearing him to Balaramji. So he made him proficient in mace fighting. Their relationship from the rasa point view was centered at giving a contrary rasa to Krishna. From immediate point of view, relationship was centered on teacher-student dialectic based on mace fighting. That's all. Oh, Krishna. Time is running out. I want everybody to think what you can focus. I mean, you can focus many things, but certain thing I'm going to focus and I'll share it with you. If you like, you can also focus on Balaram for tomorrow. Simply, we think Balaram, the brother of Sri Krishna. Simply put, chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra is our main interest. In the holy name, there are 3 words. I thought very deeply about this, so I'm going to share what I will meditate on that. If you like, you can. Hare, Krishna, and Ram. In this, we can see that Hare is representing Srimati Radharani, Ram is representing Lord Balaram, and Krishna is representing the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Sri Krishna himself. Beside Krishna, we can see that Srimati Radharani and Lord Balaram are our main focus. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur explained that for those who are liberated in the Madhurya Rasa, they focus on Srimati Radharani, and this Ram is like a Krishna as Ramati Iti, one who gives pleasure to Srimati Radharani. So that's also Krishna. Yes, it's nothing wrong. But Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur also gives another angle to look at it. That focus on Balaram, including those who are not liberated or experience the other rasa. Therefore, for us, Balaram is our way to access Krishna, Radha Krishna. Balaram is never putting himself in the foreground. You cannot show me one pastime I haven't seen yet that he pushed himself at the forefront. No. The reason when Krishna goes out every day, leaning on Balaram's shoulder with his hand like this, to increase his rasa. Balaram supports every day, every way. Even Krishna forgets. You know why Balaram wear blue? Because sometimes Krishna forgets. He's so much mad, drowned into ecstasy with Radharani, that he takes Radharani's anchal. Anchal means the veil, and he forget, and he left. When he wakes up in Mother Jashoda's house, sometimes that blue cloth from Radharani appeared in his bed. And Mother Jashoda asks, where this comes from? Who's this? And Balaram immediately says, oh, that's mine. That's why Balaram wear blue. I mean, there is every way if you look at it. Balaram is 100% dedicated to make Krishna his object of love. Even Balaram dances with the gopis, not that he is enjoying for himself. He invites Krishna in his heart to dance with those 2 types of gopis who Krishna did not dance. So Balaram often takes on a strong mood as the older brother of Krishna, where he is trying to protect Krishna. There are, of course, some pastime you will see when Balaram put on a peacock feather similar to Krishna. That happened to be the day that Keshi was looking for Krishna. And you know that story. Now, Keshi did not know what Krishna looked like, but he knew that Krishna always wore peacock feather. So Balaram got badly beaten up that day. So he decided to never wear a peacock feather again. But other than such unique pastime, Balaram typically assumed the role of a big brother. For instance, we have the pastimes where, as I mentioned, Arjuna's disguise as a sannyasi to get closer. And Arjuna took off his sannyas cloth, took Subhadra. That story, I hope you can meditate on it. Balaram is always looking after 100% for Krishna's sake, not his own. Balaram was a very proactive, authoritative as the bigger brother. Krishna would try to pacify Balaram as his younger brother. But in the end, their position is that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead and Balaram is his foremost servant. Please remember this. Balaram is Supreme God, but he is also the servant of Krishna. These two concepts, if you have, Balaram will be happy with you. Okay, I'll end here. We have a few minutes. Anybody would have some reflection? What you taking away today's discussion and what are you going to meditate? If you don't say it, I'm going to just call the name. So please come forward quick.
May I, Prabhuji, Hari Bol.
Yes, Prahladananda Prabhu.
Thank you.
I'm
very
coming
much.
to Las Vegas for a week.
Oh, Hari Bol. Please let me know.
I will.
Sure. You removed so many doubts which I had about Srila Baldev. Long time I had this kind of, I really like this. Even before offering obeisances to Krishna, I always do it to Balaram because somehow I like him and I have controversies about him. But thank you very much for removing all this. And especially the sweet relationship you mentioned about, that somebody must oppose. And that sounds so much familiar to me because my spouse, since I got married to her in 1980, and she's so conducive, she's all the way always like that. And only 2 times so far she has kind of expressed her anger to me, and I really enjoyed that. So this was really good, This is really good. Then now today I understood that what really the mood are. And how the brothers and they are acting. This is really very transcendental, actually. Thank you very much for explaining this. And I'm really glad I attended this class today.
Thank you. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you. That was very nice.
Yeah.
Any other? Mother Gaurangi, what are you going to take away for tomorrow? Okay, she's busy. Who else? Mother. Anyone else? Okay. Prahlada Prabhu again.
So Prabhuji, you actually told that Prabhuji, Devakis has 6 children that they are unwanted things that we should have to get rid of this, and these are the 6 qualities that the bad qualities that you actually told. That is the lust, greed, anger, illusion, prestige. So, and what are the 6th one, Prabhuji? So these are the these bad things, so that to come out from it, so that we can.
You see in Bhagavad Gita 2.62.
Okay.
How you fell down to this world, how I fell down, you will know my history, how I fell down. Because of this 6 gradual progression. So the lust, greed, anger, madness, illusion, envy.
Okay.
And all these 6, I also mentioned something else. They come from 3.
Yes.
That represent by?
Be careful of Maya, engage in practical devotional service, and have a good association.
No. These 6, yes, you are right. These 3 will counter.
Okay.
But the 6 enemy that we have originated from 3 other personalities.
Okay, that's the prestige, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Labha, puja, pratishtha. Profit, adoration, prestige, distinction. You can phrase it any way you want. I call it pad. Prestige, adoration, or profit, distinction. And that represented by who in this Leela? Pralambasura. So you can read that tonight or tomorrow morning, Pralambasura, how Balaram killed. It's very interesting. Because Pralambasura, I remember Radhanath Maharaj mentioned one time. He said, Pralambasura will come. How? As your best friend. Hey, where are you going? I'm going to temple. You go to temple every day. Come on. Today, can we go and watch a movie and eat some ice cream? You should immediately see red flag. Pralambasura just came. You know how Pralambasura came in Krishna Lila? Somen Prabhu. You know how he appeared? not as a demon,
Okay.
as a coward boy, one of friend.
Yes, coward boy. Yeah.
Very dangerous. This type of prestige, adoration, distinction, they will come as a relative, friend, as a person you really looking to be with. And what is their purpose? What did Pralambasura do? Just meditate few things. Then when you read it, you will focus on it. What did he do? Take away from Krishna. He took Balaram away from Krishna. When those relative friends or anything comes in a form of taking you away from Krishna consciousness, is a representative of Pralambasura. Be very careful. Thank you. That was very nice. Very nice takeaway. Okay.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Yeah, I
Hare
was
Krishna,
far away.
you are back.
I was far away from my phone. I couldn't get to the phone on time.
Okay.
You know, but anyway, you know, when it came to the killing of, or quote unquote killing of Balaram, I had said that Kamsa had not killed because I knew that there was a apparent miscarriage, right? And so you said that he had actually, Kamsa had actually killed Balaram, you know, but
No.
he had just arranged
In his
for the
mind,
miscarriage, right?
in his mind, he didn't tell, he told all his entourage that he's going to kill the baby through this abortion. That was the beginning of abortion. So in his mind, he thought he killed that child, but never. He didn't even touch. It's not possible.
Mhm.
But some, you know, Jogomaya created some lump of meat or things like shown outside the house of Devaki's, what do you call, house arrest. House arrest is not exactly prison, but some kind of house arrest.
Also, Prabhu, this proper adoration distinction, you said sometimes is, you can say prestige adoration distinction. You know, like prestige and distinction, they sound similar. Are they?
Prestige, adoration, distinction, sure. It's in Sanskrit, it's called labha. Labha means profit. Puja means I need to be the center of everybody's attention. They should worship me. They should adore me. They should to glorify me. So that's puja. Pratishtha means prestige. So you can put it, phrase it any way it fits. I remember because of pad, I was giving a class and some children came out. They said, yeah, why not pad? Prestige, adoration, distinction. I said, good, sounds good, easy to remember.
But then which one of those would represent profit? Prestige, adoration, distinction, profit is not there.
Labha, puja, pratishtha.
I know, but
so
when
pratishtha is, you can say prestige or distinction. Pratishtha can be translated in a 2-3 ways. It's not like a one only. Labha means profit. What is there for me? If nothing is there for me, I'm not there. I don't have any interest. Just like Kamsa told Uddhava, sorry, Akrura, why you think Nanda Maharaj's son is God? He killed a water Marcus. You know water Marcus, anybody can kill, a little snake. And he called Kalia as a water Marcus. He has no clue who Kalia is. And then he says, he lifted a pebble. He called Govardhan Hill, 28 miles, a pebble. He cannot give any credit to Krishna. Why? Because he wants his prestige. Why Krishna should be adored? So when somebody don't glorify God because they want to be glorified themselves, this is what prestige ultimately boils. Scary. So thank you. That was very nice. Okay, any other or we close? It's 7 o'clock.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam, Mother Bhashwati.
Prabhuji, my takeaway from this class, it's a very wonderful class as well as always. And my takeaway is Balaramji is qualitatively stronger than Supreme Lord Krishna. And from your class, we got that very clearly that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and Balaram is the plenary expansion of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But still, Balaram has the servitor attitude. He served Lord Krishna, and Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami in Chaitanya Charitamrita explained that Lord Balaram can do anything to please Krishna. That's his main mode.
Very good. Very good. This is very nice. And you can memorize that slok. Bhakta Bhav Mul Sri Balarame. Balaram has the real origin devotion, servitorship devotion. And this is a good takeaway. Very nice is the origin of that. But we have to always remember, just like you may face in life, somebody will say, worshipping Radha is higher than Krishna. Are Baba, don't fight. Never ever go to fight. You said, yes, Radha's worship is higher than Krishna because Krishna wanted that way. If we cannot add this, we will have a big problem. Because Radharani does not have existence on her own. Krishna has existence on his own. Radharani exists because of Krishna. Everybody understand this point? Krishna desired that Radharani's worship should be higher. So that's why Radharani is, we worship Krishna through Radha. That's fine. Krishna wanted Balaram to be more stronger so he can get job done. But it is Krishna's desire. Two-way, Krishna is superior to all manifestation. One is his own volition, supersede all other incarnation. Even Narayan, Vishnu, Balaram, nobody can know until Krishna allows that thought. Just like Balaram did not know. 1 year Krishna expanded as all these coward boys. So you have to remember this, that Krishna is the origin of all origin. Yes, Balaram is stronger, as you said, very nice, because Krishna wanted him to be stronger like that. So it's like that. Thank you. That was very nice. Thank you, Mother Bhashwati. Okay, so we'll see you all tomorrow in your own location. Balaram Ji ki jai. Mother Ishopanishad.
Jai Prabhu.
Jai.
Hari Bol. Please accept my obeisance. All glories
Jai.
to your divine service. Hari Hari Bol.
Where are you? You are in Columbus.
No, I'm in Akron, Ohio.
You are in Akron, Ohio. I know Akron. I went there.
Yes, you did. You came to Family's Home in Hudson, Sandamani and Haripada.
Oh, that's so nice.
You are just so wonderful because I love it when you said Radharani exists because of Krishna. It is his desire. It is Krishna's volition. So
Yes.
what's the take on everyone saying before you can get to Krishna, you have to go through Radharani?
That's fine. That's what Krishna created like this. Krishna says, 10.8, what did Krishna say?
10.8.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
Yeah.
I am the source of everything. Everything comes from me.
Right.
What comes from him? First you think, what comes from him? To know him. Also comes from him. So through Radharani, through Balaram, we can know him.
Jai Prabhu. Hari Bol.
Thank you. Wonderful Mother Ishopanishad. Hare Krishna.
Jai Prabhu. Thank
Jai.
you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Vancha kalpatarubhasya kripa sindhubhyo. Patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo. Srila Prabhupada.